We have so many stories in our lives, but our stories are not always heard. On the Hear My True Story podcast, we tell our own true stories.
Before the white car parked, our head teacher had scattered. Looking at him, I could only see his tie that was flying backwards, waving at us, and he disappeared in thin air.
I want to share my life story. I want to share my voice with the people because I know that just a small joke I can tell through this podcast, it will make someone smile.
When you ask me what I fear most in life, I would definitely respond to you and say it's fear itself.
We are fighting for togetherness. We are fighting for equal rights. We are fighting to end injustice.
You don't have to be a storyteller or writer because, guess what? Life writes the best stories.
Hear my true story.
I have tried hard to understand what a person in their normal senses buys bread and decides to go and feed a duck. People in Germany sometimes surprise me. But anyway.
This is your favorite time of the week with your number one podcast.
Hear my true story.
Yeah, my dear listeners, welcome to Hear My True Story podcast. This wonderful week, we are bringing a story told by me, myself, Otako, on Hear My True Story. Get ready for the laughter filled with adventure that takes us through airport interrogations and, racism, talk about issues like, issues that matter. So you welcome to this wonderful episode. It is me, your host, Otako, and I hope today I'm sharing with you my wonderful story, and I hope you enjoy this story. I hope you like the story. So,
with you every week. Hear my true story.
Let's kick off this story with me. A guy from a tiny village in Uganda, dreaming to explore the world. And now, I had a good idea. I became an artist. Artists get to see the world. Artists get to travel the entire planet. Artists get the chance to travel around the world, right? It's like a blessing that artists get. They can be broke, but they can travel around the world. Yeah. And then, like a blessing from nowhere, the opportunity of a lifetime came knocking at my door. Who am I not to open? I was chosen to represent Uganda in a world theater tour. Can you believe it? Me, a small Otako, a small town artist, to represent Uganda, Africa, and not just Africa, but also to represent the magnificent River Nile, the longest river on this planet. Wow, who am I? Yeah? The tour took me on an adventure to Hong Kong, Thailand, Bangladesh, England, France. I was like a culture ambassador, painting the world with my talent and infectious joy. But little did I know, my journey was about to take unexpected turns and expose a deeper issue. So let's fasten our seatbelts and rewind to the airport where it all began. As I landed in Hong Kong, full of excitement, excited and ready to show my talent and to conquer the world, I stepped into the immigration line. My dear listeners, if you have ever had a chance to step into an immigration line, you know what I'm talking about. However, I noticed something particular, something different. I was the only black person inside. Talk about standing out like a sheep in a kraal of cows and bulls. I was that sheep. And then, out of the blue, it happened. Airport security walked direct to me and it picked me out of the crowd, out of the immigration line. I was escorted away to a tiny interrogation room. I was not carried up and down. No. I was just escorted. They bombarded me with questions, demanding my invitation letter, searching my bags, looking at my passport, looking at my immunization cards. It's like they thought I was smuggling humor and happiness across borders. But you know what, my friends, my dear listeners, those airport dramas were just the opening act. A lot was there for me in the store. A lot was there for me to show this big problem that is called racism. Yes. Racism against black people isn't just about someone using the offensive word. It is a systematic problem deeply rooted in institutions around the globe. It's like they are stuck in a time, in an era of black and white television. We won't let their ignorance steal the spotlight. We Africans, we people who come from Africa, we black people, we carry a special kind of joy within us. We spread happiness wherever we go. We are like a comedy troupe on a mission to break down barriers. So, let me take you on a train ride from Paris to Lille. I'm with my fellow artists, sharing jokes, the courage echoing with joy. One of them, a talented artist from Hong Kong, turns to me and says, "Otako, if it weren't for you on this tour, we wouldn't be having this much fun. You bring happiness to the team." I looked at him and asked him, "What did you just say?" He said it again. "Otako, if it weren't for you on this tour, we wouldn't be having this much fun. You bring happiness to the team." And then I told him, "Oh yeah, thank you." And I replied, "Thank you." That is Otako representing Uganda, Africa, and the mighty River Nile. We Africans, we Africans, we are always spreading joy wherever we go. That is the truth. Agree with me. You may not agree with me. It is okay. You may not take me serious on this, but we spread happiness wherever we go. But little did I know, this moment had another surprise in store for me. As we were enjoying our laughter filled with joy, a tall white man in a distance, walking with scanning machines in his hands, coming directly to where we are. If you've ever been in a train, you know a train has seats on the left and the right. So there is that walkway. It struggles walking so fast, leaving all the other people that entered the train with me at the same time, and comes directly straight to Otako. Me, the small Otako. I look at him, he looks at me, and then he speaks in French. I don't understand French. I look at him with my eyes wide open because I don't understand. Yeah. Then he says, ticket. I say, okay. He wants a ticket. Can you believe it? Out of all the entertainers on that train, out of all the other people on that train that just stepped into the train at that time when I also stepped in, he singles out the joyful Otako. It was like he had a radar for laughter or something. But let me tell you, joy, happiness is my superpower. My dear listeners, joy and happiness is my superpower. Instead of being sad and coming down and staying quiet, I stand up. I laugh loudly. I laughed loudly so that anyone on that train could get my attention. If you have never met a laughter from someone like me, Otako, you would not pretend that you have not had my laughter. I laughed loudly. And then I declare to that ticket man, wow, I just met a racist. I said it out loudly and everyone heard it. And everyone looked at me. And I looked at them and said, yeah, one racist here. The whole train wagon erupts in laughter. The people on the train laughed. It was like a comedy show on wheels. And in that moment, I reclaim my happiness. I show that ticket man that his racism cannot dampen my spirit. It cannot kill my spirit. It cannot steal my joy. That's what I showed that man. Because, my friends, my dear listeners, when it comes to spreading laughter and breaking the barriers of ignorance, there are no borders that can hold us back. We Africans, we bring happiness wherever we go. We defy expectations and stereotypes. That is the story. That is the truth. You can agree or disagree. You agree or disagree, but that is the truth. So let us keep laughing. Let's keep challenging the ignorance. Let's keep challenging this racism. And let us show the world that love and unity will always win over racism and ignorance. And because of this, my dear listeners, I want to leave you with this thought. Life is too short to live it as a racist. Life is too short to live it as a racist. So, embrace the laughter. Embrace the unity. Embrace the love. Embrace the togetherness. Let us paint the world filled with joy and equality and diversity. What's wrong with that? What is wrong? I mean, fellow human beings, I don't understand what is wrong with that to spread the gospel of love, unity, equality. What makes you be a racist? Now, my friends, let me take you to another unforgettable day in the beautiful city of Marburg, Germany. Picture this. A university town in Hessen, Germany, where my black African friends and I often gather along the peaceful river bank. We come together to share stories, discuss social issues, discuss political issues. Of course, also sometimes to laugh and enjoy, because laughter is part of us. On this particular day, the sun was shining and the atmosphere was filled with joy. We had music played by one of our talented friend with his guitar. Oh, my friends, we enjoyed, we were laughing, we danced, shocking in these good vibes, laughing, spreading this love within ourselves. While some other groups of pharaohs there were just enjoying to feed the ducks. I don't know what's wrong with people. People here like feeding ducks at the river. I have tried hard. To understand what a person in their normal senses buys bread and decides to go and feed a duck. People in Germany sometimes surprise me. But anyway. So leaving aside the people feeding the ducks, little did we know that our laughter was about to catch the attention of an unexpected audience. Here they come, my friends, the city police, walking towards the riverbank. But do they approach any other groups? The other white groups of people who are feeding ducks? No. They don't approach them. They walk directly to us. The Bulaka pharaohs who are enjoying their time playing music, laughing loudly, and they come to us. They come to us. And what could they possibly want from us? You ask? Oh, just a simple request, our identification. Please, I don't know. I wanted to understand at that point. As if laughter and joy were illegal activities in their eyes. Laughter and joy were they illegal activities at that moment? But let me tell you, my friends, we didn't let their request put down our spirits. We had a better idea, a powerful response. Instead of showing them our identification cards, we decided to sing them a beautiful, legendary reggae song by Lucky Dube called Different Colors, One People. Different colors, one people. If I remember well, how it flows. Different colors, one people. Different colors, one people. Ding, 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 ding. Now I must admit, I am not the best musician, but I would sing that song with all my heart for you, my dear listeners, because it is a beautiful song. Imagine guys singing the song with all their heart. Different colors, one people. We share the same sun, we share the same moon, we share the same sky, we share the same thing, we have all the same blood, red. We are one people. Why can't we live as one? That is the question. And there we were, my friends, singing our hearts out, spreading a message of unity and love through the power of music. And the police stood back. They don't know what to do. They didn't expect our response. They were feeling ashamed. They walked away shamelessly. And we continued laughing and playing our wonderful song, One People, Different Colors. Yeah, we danced. You see, my dear listeners, laughter has a way of breaking down walls. Even in the most unexpected situations, our laughter became a shield against their ignorance. Our laughter became a shield against their racism. A reminder that joy knows no boundaries, no restrictions. That's what I can say. So, let's raise our voices, my friends, in laughter and in song. Let us continue to challenge the prejudices and racism with our unity. Together, we can create a world where laughter transcends borders and different colors truly become one people. So, my dear listeners, with that, I want to leave you with this thought. Laughter has the power to bridge divides, to dissolve the barriers of ignorance, and to remind us, deep down, we are all the same, different colors, but one people. Believe me, if you can't accept that at this time, then life is too short to live it as a racist.
Enjoying this episode? Leave a review now.
Hear my true story.
So, it has been me, your host, Otako, on Hear My True Story podcast. And thank you for always following us. Thank you for always listening and supporting our podcast.
We not only have voices for a podcast, but also faces for YouTube. Don't miss your next episode. Hear my true story.
Thank you for listening to our podcast, Music by Edwin Matovo, hosted and produced by Otako. Subscribe to our podcast for more stories and visit us on our website, hearmytruestory.com, for more stories. All the links are listed in the show notes of this podcast.